In my opinion, goalkeepers will be the cards that will go up the most in value when the new season or transition period begins on Sorare, and I will explain why I think that. But I will also go through some new signings in the gallery, another goalkeeper bought, so I'm not just telling you guys, I'm actually doing it myself, and you need to take these tips into consideration, but of course, do your own research, and this isn't financial advice. And also I've got some questions about, you actually have your Leicester boys still in your gallery. What are you doing? Shouldn't you sell them before they go down in value? I'll talk about that also in today's video, what my plan is with them, because I'm not going to sell them, 100% not. I've recently bought a Leicester jersey, so I'm going all the way with the Leicester boys, most likely, depending on how they perform in the future, of course. And also there is actually probability that Leicester don't go up into the Premier League, so I may get another year of utility in the Championship, but let's be real, that will most likely not happen. But now we can start with goalkeepers. And I can firstly show you my goalkeeper, Matthias Sarkic. The new signing, I bought him for 70 euros. And you're probably wondering why. He isn't the best goalkeeper when it comes to keeping clean sheets and getting good scores. But with him specifically, I have a brand new plan that I want to show you in today's video. I bought him for 70 euros, very happy with that price, to be fair. I bought him and I want to make that video as well, when is actually the best time to buy players, because I see so many people doing different mistakes when buying, because there is small differences between afternoon, the morning, and when in the week you actually buy the players. And I think the more routine managers know that, but I can explain it fast. I find the most joy in buying players right after the game week has kicked off, or one day after it has kicked off. Or when it's morning, for example, on the day before rewards day, because many people don't look at signing new players before the rewards day, but after they have gotten the rewards, if that makes sense. But that is just what I do. But yeah, why have I bought Matthias Sarkic? First of all, he's a Montenegro goalkeeper, and I think that he is good enough to go into that Montenegro first spot, but that isn't the main reason. And I don't know how long I will hold him. But if we go to Sarkic, I have Nubel also on the screen, another goalkeeper I'm looking at, so you are getting some inside information now. To be fair, I don't know if I'm going to buy him, because he will most likely go back to Bayern München and he will be second choice. But let's look at Matthias Sarkic. Why is he such a good goalkeeper for me personally right now? And as you can see, he has a short contract at Millwall, by the looks of it. I don't know the in-depth about it, I haven't done that much research on him in specific. But if we look at game week 462, that is probably 99% of the reason. And you probably wonder why. I completely understand it, and that is because Millwall is one of the teams that have a fixture in the Championship that date or that game week. And if we go to Leicester, for example, Dewsbury Hall, we can see that they also have a fixture in game week 462. Why is that so important? You know me, I have two other Championship goalkeepers. Why do I need Sarkic? And that is because no of my two other goalkeepers, Daniel Bachmann and Daniel Iversen, haven't utility in game week 462, because they are playing later on that same day. But of course the Friday deadline are 4 PM, I mean, so they won't have utility for that game week. So I would have had a full Leicester collection with actually no utility, because I don't have a goalkeeper. And also it's a very, very small game week, and I think this is right before the update, if I'm not 100% mistaken. I think it's actually, yeah, it's right before, I think, because the transition period starts on game week 463. So I will most likely play these guys in 2nd Division Europe, where first place gets a tier 1 or a tier 2 with $70 in rewards or something. So if I win, that I most likely think I'm going to be doing, if I have Sarkic, which I have bought, that is my plan. If I don't win, this plan have failed officially. So that is the main reasoning. And also, now I can talk about why goalkeepers in general will be so important. Because you saw me, I had Nubel up here. Another goalkeeper I'm very interested in picking up is Oblak. And you also need to follow closely now, because this is also some tips for you guys if you want to pick up some goalkeepers by yourself. And the reason for me wanting to pick up Nubel is that there is a gut chance that he signs a contract for Stuttgart. But like that is just a gut feeling. This isn't any advice at all. But also another reasoning for me wanting to pick up goalkeeper is that I can have more flexibility in my gallery. I hate it when I have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players which I could put in a lineup, but I don't have a goalkeeper, so it will just be a waste. Then I just put them in academy. I hate that. I'm like a Sorare manager that my identity is to have quantity over quality, believe it or not. I would much rather have 10 lineups that could hit the rewards pool, but instead of actually having one lineup that would consistently have podium chances. Of course, I believe every single team I'm putting out there have a podium chance in the Blue Moon, but you know where I'm heading at. Like quantity over quality for me personally, because I love to have multiple teams and make many decisions, because that is something I love the most, having an identity. And I want to have an identity, but that doesn't mean you can't have many players from different scarcities. I'm going to go all in on Challenger and Champion. I won't touch Contender at all. So that is my personal plan. That is also why I've picked up McLean. So like in basic, like saying it very, very easy, that is just, there will be more competitions, and to actually be able to play them, you need of course goalkeepers. So just imagine that many people are in the same position as us. Wants to pick up goalkeepers, but right now they don't need it. But they will need it in the future. So if you go in early and buy some goalkeepers, that could be a very, very good decision. And something I'm currently looking at. And also in terms of the Leicester boys. Now you also probably got the answer why I haven't sold them. Because in game week, where is Dewsbury Hall? I can just search him up here. Dewsbury Hall. And as you can see here, of course, Bristol, fantastic fixture. And that is also one of the reasons, as you probably understood, that I'm not selling any of my Leicester players yet. Because I want that fixture at least. And also I want to see if Leicester actually, like, because they aren't 100% nailed to actually go up to the Premier League. Although if they don't, I'm like, I've lost, like I'm not going to, if that happens, I'm going to quit watching football, I'm not going to lie. Because I want them to be in the Premier League next season and watch them. But like, let's think at it from the worst possible viewpoint for them. Of course, still we have Norwich, Birmingham, Millwall, Plymouth, West Bromwich, Southampton, Preston, Blackburn, and also some extra fixtures they will have in some of the midweeks here. Will that be worth it? I don't know, to be honest. I'm very like conflicted, but still they also have some midweek utility after this, I think, yeah. Away against Millwall, they also have a midweek fixture, and I don't think there are too many challenger teams, playing in that midweek, which is very good for my Leicester collection, because then in the classic season in Challenger there will be not too hard competition, most likely. And also another goalkeeper I've looked at, because we talk about goalkeepers, is Diogo Costa. And by the way, I would also love to hear your opinion in the comment section. Diogo Costa, and the only reasoning for me wanting to maybe pick him up is because the price difference between limited and rare. If you go to rare, his price are at 600, like this is so cheap in my opinion. 650 euros for probably one of the best goalkeepers in the entire world at the moment. Or not at the moment, but he has been for a pretty long time in my opinion. I think, like he's of course in a challenger team, I think depending on where he goes, I think the only team he won't fit in is Manchester City, Liverpool and Real Madrid. Those are the only 3 teams most likely. And also Manchester United, he won't take Onana's place. But that is just my point. And also at the I have low battery level. And also he's most likely he's going to play in the Euros, which is nice. So yeah, in terms of me actually having an identity, I have talked a lot about that, having an identity to the gallery. I think that is probably the most important thing in Sorare. You know it, I say it so many times. And with my gallery, in specific, I have like gone away from just focusing on one scarcity, like Champion, Challenger and Contender. I will play many tournaments, and I want to have 3 lineups in Challenger each week. I will try at least, and I will go almost all in on classic season, I think. Unless I'm building out the Norwich collection, which I'm not probably going to do. because I don't have that. I have only 200 euros, not only, but for my plans that's not enough for to buy out more Norwich players and etc. But like strength-wise in Challenger, there will most likely be me spending the most on players like Kiefer Moore forwards, because now I have 4 goalkeepers from Challenger, or 3, depending on if I'm going to pick up Diogo Costa. So that is also something I need to take into consideration. And also the champion boys, I have very high expectations from them, and I hope to just strengthen there a little bit as well. I don't have the best budget at the moment, but that is something I want to grind up towards, and that is my plan, oversimplified, and also why I have bought another goalkeeper, as you can see on the screen, and also why I think goalkeepers are so important now, because there will be more competitions, and the flexibility you will have by having an extra goalkeeper will be so huge. For example, my David Marshall has now gotten an injury. Now I have Sarkic that can take his role in, for example, a Captain 40 lineup, and for example in other lineups as well, because that is something that is very, very important for me. And I see so many goalkeepers going so much down in value because people actually realize how important they will be when the transition period kicks off. And I'm so excited for it. Are you excited about it? Leave it in the comments and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye and take care. Peace.